What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's poppin'? How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? PlayStation Source back again another Friday, and that means another installment of good old save slot. How are we doing in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. How are you feeling? Look, listen, I I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm gonna keep it very honest with you all. I'm feeling I'm feeling very good today. I'm feeling very good. You know what I'm saying? Overall, it's been a very very good week. It's been a very good day so far. You know what I'm saying? I had the coffee. Everything's all good. You know, health is not well. Health is the weight is a bit of an issue, but 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 we are thriving. We're here. What's happening? I'm really glad to share this day with y'all. And of course, I will be sharing the link during this. So please bear with me as I share this link. And then we're going to get straight into the topics at hand here for this save slot episode. And I feel like I want to do live save slots a little bit more often than usual. You know what? Let me just show my face cam. Let me show my face cam. Ahaha, you see it. Yeah, I feel like I am going to inevitably just come up with a schedule to do save slots live. Yeah, like a live save slot on a kind of regularly scheduled basis. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like maybe once a month at minimum. But, we're just, because I honestly like doing stuff live low key. Like, I love the live aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like I might make this more regular than this right now. But I'm sharing the link right now, so bear with me. Bear with me. Just going to share it right here in the Discord. Okay, cool. And make sure to go check out our Discord link in the description. You can check out that Discord link if you do so. Feel free. And let me know if you're new to the Discord. It should pop up already there if you're new and everything. But everyone's week's going well. I'm sure everyone's week is going well. We're going to go straight to the topics at hand here, I say. So, without further ado, what is going on, guys? It is your boy, TKD130 here, back again with another video. And of course, it is Friday. That means another installment of Save Slot, our weekly news show here on the channel where we go over first-party and third-party news revolving around PlayStation. And let's roll. Alright guys, so first up here, you guys may have seen a few videos on the channel about the Days Gone DLC, and I haven't played through the last two of them. I still need to get to that. I still need to, do all of those playthroughs. I think now I'm 3 weeks behind, so I'm pretty behind on those, but I will get to those in a timely fashion. But in the meantime, if you're still playing Days Gone, you can get some exclusive Uncharted 4 bike skins as well into the game. So it looks like we have a tweet here. I'm going to blow this up a little bit so we can see. So it looks like we have, I don't know which one is which, but I think we have Sam, Nathan, and who else? Let me see. Okay, Sam. Oh, okay. So we have Sam's bike, Shoreline, and Flashback bike. So this is pretty cool. We got some Uncharted 4 type deal. Okay, I remember that logo from Uncharted 4 for sure. But definitely cool if you're interested in that. I'm pretty sure it's free. I'm almost certain it's free because they have released all of the DLC for Days Gone free. So really cool to see that there. Aside from the challenges that they are still doing weekly, you'll be able to get some Uncharted 4 bike skins in Days Gone, and you'll be able to rock it out like that. I really just like the bike that I made already, so I haven't really been into the skins. If there's a really cool one that comes out, sure. But for right now, I'm pretty happy with the bike I have in Days Gone currently. So next up here, of course. What is a Save Slot episode without some Death Stranding news? Death Stranding, someone saying something crazy about the game. Death Stranding this, Death Stranding that. And we have another one here. This was at Manchester Comic Con. And so we have the boy, of course, Troy Baker, you know what I'm saying, as Sam, of course, in Uncharted 4. And he was also Joel. Wow! I can believe I almost forgot that. Joel from Last of Us, and now of course he is in Death Stranding, of course coming out in November. And he had a quote here to say about the game. So he says here, it'll definitely be a statement. If you know anything about Kojima, he doesn't make games. He's an amazing world builder. He's trying to move the medium forward, not just trying to move copies. And so that's a statement right there. That's a statement. And like obviously, you know, there is something to be said about, of course, this is them. They are trying to. I should probably take off my glasses to avoid the glare. But you know, of course, they are trying to sell the game, trying to make it sound the best it can be and stuff like that. So obviously, you know, one would assume that they would say something like this. But it is really interesting to hear from Troy Baker this sentiment. You know, in a very just public forum, you know what I'm saying? Not just like in a tweet, whatever, or something like that, or not on some sort of interview. Like I believe this was on a panel, I believe. And so he says a little bit here that I think they're talking about the cast here. They say this will be a game that names sell, and it won't be Norman Reedus and Mads Mikkelsen, and it sure as shit won't be Troy Baker. The names that's going to sell this game is going to be Kojima. And so that I agree with in terms of like more of like a gamer standpoint. Like I feel like you know, of course we have talked about it on the show here that I feel like, you know, when you have a game that Kojima is a part of or Kojima is creating, that's going to get a natural bump as opposed to a traditional game made by anyone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Naughty Dog has that same effect, Kojima has that effect, Nintendo has that effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, the creators of them are almost bigger than the games themselves. And so that's what it is right here. I guess we'll have to see how it turns out, and let's see if it actually does move forward the culture. Now, of course, Last of Us here. Obviously, this isn't Last of Us Part 2. Road to Part 2, our Last of Us Part 2 and Last of Us series that we're doing on the channel every Wednesday. Make sure to go check out that link down below. Link down below, excuse me. And I just figured that like this was more of a overall save slot topic, so I figured I'd just read it here. And so this, of course, is I believe another quote by Troy Baker in the same Comic-Con. So we have kind of back-to-back things how these two connect. And he says some, again, interesting things about Last of Us Part 2. He says, quote, I can tell you this, it's hands down the most ambitious game that Naughty Dog has ever done for sure. It's far larger than I thought was going to be possible. That's what you know he says and everything. And so there's also some more quotes here by Ashley Johnson, who was, I believe, also on the panel. And I think she made a joke about her recent slip up that we actually covered on Road to Part 2 as well, where she said, you know, the game is coming out Feb and then cut herself off and stopped because she caught herself. So I believe she may know the release date to Last of Us Part 2, but she made a little joke about it here. It says that it'll be out 31st February. That's what people just took out of context. You know, she tries to, you know, break off the issue about how, like, you know, when she said February, she was initially making a joke. I don't know about all that. It seems like she was very, like, this is when it's coming out, but I don't know. We'll see. But to speak a little bit on, you know, on the most ambitious game, right? I feel like they definitely laid down the groundwork with Lost Legacy, right? I feel like Lost Legacy was definitely much of a just game that they are trying new ideas, right? It was a lot more open than any of the other Uncharted's. It was more of like a linear hub type game where with of course God of War 2018 being one of those games. I believe Tomb Raider, those games are as well like that. I haven't played those, but I believe they're like that in that same ilk. So I think that, you know, they are doubling down on some of the stuff that we saw in Lost Legacy pertaining to open world things and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be really cool once you get your hands on it. We'll see if it's actually as ambitious and as, I mean, I have no doubt it's going to be amazing. So that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? And of course, the big news this week, PlayStation 4 has officially, so this says sold. I thought it was shipped. I'm not sure which one exactly is correct because I've heard throughout the week that it was shipped. And so I don't know if they are coming from the context of, you know, from the manufacturer to the store, if those are sold, because technically it's not, they're shipped, but I'm not sure which one. But nonetheless, whether it's sold or shipped, PS4 hit 100 million respectively, and that is incredible. That is very insane to think about, and definitely a long time coming, because, you know, when you think of when they first launched the PS3, right? that $600 price tag, that slow start and that kind of slow burn. And at the end of the PS3 era is when things started ramping up for PS3. Last of Us came out, all the Uncharted's, and it really was, a way better sight as opposed to when the PS3 first started. So I'm really glad to see here that they hit that 100 million mark, and it's just selling great. Obviously, very biased here on this channel, being PlayStation source, but congratulations to Sony, congratulations to PlayStation, all the good stuff. 100 million is great, and yeah, that's it. I really do want to know if it's actually sold or if it's shipped, because I could have sworn it was shipped, but nonetheless, 100 million, PS4 did it. You love to hear it. Now, this is interesting news. What is this blue slime over here? What is that? For PAX West. For PAX West. Interesting. All right. So here's the deal, right? Destiny 2. We got that full unveiling, I believe, in May, I think, or was it June? It was May or June. I forgot which one, but they came out a few weeks, or I think it was a month or two after Activision and Destiny split. Bungie, more specifically, split ways. Bungie's on their own again. They are independent. They don't have a upper publisher. They are just by themselves once again. And they came out and they said, hey, we're going to do Shadowkeep, the new expansion to Destiny 2. Also, New Light is going to be the new iteration of Destiny 2 that makes it free to play. So you, I believe, get the base game and the 2 expansions that came out for it for free. And then you have the DLC that I haven't even played yet. The one that came out last year, that was the big I'm forgetting all these terms, but the year one thing you still got to pay for. I forgot what it's called. And then now we have Shadowkeep coming out. That is the next iteration of that. So the same type of DLC expansion, but now it's Shadowkeep, and they have delayed it into October. And they have a little quote here to kind of explain. But it was originally supposed to launch on the 17th of September, but now it will be launching on October 1st of 2019. So they say here, quote, as you get closer and closer to serving up Shadowkeep and New Light, it has become increasingly clear to us that our releases for this fall would benefit from a bit more time in the oven. Being independent means that the future of Destiny 2 is entirely on our team. It also means that we're agile enough to choose to do what's best for the game and our players, even if it's the hard choice. So this is very telling too. So I love how, they haven't really talked a lot about, just in layman's terms about how the relationship was with Bungie and Activision. They have done it in little slights and little misses here and there and stuff like that, with Activision saying that I believe they had just released some sort of expansion or DLC or something like that, or new season of Destiny 2 a few months ago. And Activision was saying that, it was kind of a failure, didn't meet our expectations, whatever. And then Bungie was like, no, actually, they met our expectations. We are really happy with the product that we put out. We are happy with the reception that they got. So that was the first inklings of showing a different viewpoint of Destiny 2. And it's really interesting to see now that they are still continuing that in a way, saying that, it also means that we are agile enough to choose to do what's best for the game and our players, even if it's a hard choice. So it sounds like they have been through this before, where they have been through a scenario where they're about to launch something in Destiny 2, and Activision was like, no, you got to put it out right now. So that's what it seems like to me. It seems like they're still kind of, in a way, giving short slides and giving us a little more insight into that relationship, what it was with Activision. But it's really cool to see this here, and honestly, I give them kudos. Obviously, that's what I say. I mean, with every delay, a delay is never bad, I say. You know what I'm saying? A delay will always make a game better, period. That is just a fact, if done correctly, of course. You know what I'm saying? But then also, in terms of, even when you don't even have that scope with it, we would have never known what a delayed game would have looked like if it wasn't delayed, because the game is delayed. That makes sense? So, I mean, in my point of view, the delaying of a game always makes it better, right? So I'm really glad to see that, Bungie and Destiny 2 are definitely taking it upon themselves to delay the game, take some time with it, let it marinate, let it get better and everything. And I can't wait to play Shadowkeep and I can't wait to play that. I do need to play the other DLC that I forgot what the name is. Let me know in the comment section below what am I thinking of, because I totally forgot. But moving on here, a game that I am very excited for. Of course, you all know how much I love Borderlands. Borderlands 3 goes gold. They say here, quote, we are pleased to announce that Borderlands 3 has gone gold. Thanks to everyone who worked so hard to make this happen. We'll see you September 13th, Vault Hunters. And so I cannot wait for this game. I cannot wait. I played through Borderlands 1, 2, the pre-sequel. No, 1, 2, pre-sequel, the Tales of the Borderlands, and the Borderlands 2 DLC that leads into Borderlands 3. I played them all this summer, in the first half of the summer. I absolutely loved it. I love Borderlands to death. I cannot wait for Borderlands 3. And it's really cool to see that they went gold. So congrats. So if anyone at, 2K or Gearbox watches this, congratulations on your game going gold. And I cannot wait to play it myself, because I love me some Borderlands. So there we go. So last up here, the last big news here, and this is going to be almost like my Call of Duty Modern Warfare impressions. I'm sure we will talk about it on the Cross Circle podcast on Monday a little bit, but I want to talk a little bit about, well, let's just go over the news here, okay? So Modern Warfare got their big multiplayer reveal yesterday. It was a long stream. It was like a 3-hour stream where they showed a ton of gameplay, which is very unlike Call of Duty, I feel, with their reveals, where I feel like they'll show a game, they'll show a trailer, maybe a few gameplay, but they literally showed 3 hours of gameplay for Modern Warfare. So definitely different feeling reveal, and I definitely appreciated it and everything. And of course, we have a pre-order beta if you are interested in doing that. Now, here's where the verbiage gets a little interesting. I wish I had the graph, because the graph kind of shows it, but I'm going to just read it verbatim, then I'll break it down. On PS4, the beta takes place over 2 weekends in September, the 14th to the 16th, and then from the 19th to the 23rd. If you pre-order the game, you'll have access to the beta 2 days earlier, meaning you can play as early as the 12th of September. So here's how it goes down. So if you were on PS4 and you pre-order, you could play the game for 11 days. I believe is how it goes down, because you can start on the 12th. So 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and then 19th through 23rd. I believe that's going to be 11 days, or if I'm thinking it wrong, whatever. But I'm trying to. So I think that pre-ordering doesn't give you access to the beta. It gives you early access to the beta. So it will be an open beta for everyone to try out. So thank God. That's pretty cool to see out there. I'm probably likely going to pre-order just to, get my maximum time in here, because, if you guys probably much well aware, I'm definitely a Call of Duty fan. Definitely love the franchise, love Call of Duty, So I'm definitely going to try this out and definitely see how it goes. Now, I'm going to speak briefly here, just about kind of like my overall thoughts. Then we'll wrap up and go to some of the chat here and talk with you guys a little bit. So, I saw the Modern Warfare gameplay. I watched the whole stream. I watched the whole stream, and it does look interesting. It does look fun. Can't wait to play it. And obviously, I can't really make a definitive opinion just because I haven't played it yet. But I will say that the game looks great. It looks really fun to play. It looks a little bit more slowed down in terms of it looks almost like a Black Ops 2 type of pace to it, where it is boots on the ground, etc., like we said before and stuff like that, obviously being Modern Warfare, and it looks a little bit more methodical, a little more slowed down, which I kind of like, as opposed to the advanced movement that we got in the Call of Duties that have been past Black Ops 2 for the most part. But here's what I gotta say, right? The minimap has to be amended, if I may, right? I feel like the removal of the minimap introduces a lot of issues to the game that I feel like didn't need to be innovated on, didn't need to be changed. I feel like, because not only I'm really trying to play devil's advocate and trying to see their point of view of why they would remove the minimap, and I think it's to promote more going out and focusing on the game and making decisions as a player, as opposed to what the minimap dictates. And I believe they want to remove that influence of the minimap on the player. But I think they failed to realize that the minimap does serve a lot more purposes than just looking at enemies and finding out where they are. For me, I use the minimap to know especially where my teammates are, so that I know where not to go. I know that, all right, homeboy over there has that spot holding it down. He got it. I'm going to go over here on this side and play this route or go this way, because my teammates are over there. And plus, as well, wherever your teammates are, the enemies aren't. So that's another benefit too. And so also, when you're new to a map, you have a nice layout of the map that you get to learn a little more quicker about the map, as opposed to just playing it. Obviously, you will learn the map inevitably, but it's a little more quicker when you have the map to kind of just dictate on and stuff like that. So I feel like they definitely need to change that. But overall, it looked pretty good to me. I guess we'll have to see when the beta launches and all that good stuff. So that has been the topics for this week, guys. If you all enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video or stream, as well as hit subscribe to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Down below, you can find our different links, our Discord, our Twitter, all the good stuff down there. Also, our Anchor link down below. So our Anchor link has links to different podcast services that you can watch our long form content on. So whether it be Cross Circle or Road to Part 2, you can go hit that link, and we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts. Go over there and hit that link and be able to subscribe to any of our shows. And well, it's not any of our shows. It is a PlayStation Source podcast feed. Search it up. You'll be able to find it on your podcast service of choice. So I say, before we end, officially we are somewhat done, but I'll go back to full cam and we'll, read some what y'all been saying. And I'll finish my coffee. So here. First time I've ever visited this channel. So like the user PS4. I'm kind of great. I like to. Oh, dude, shout out in Dalmia's Gamer, bro. I appreciate it. The initial report was shipped. Yeah, that's what I thought, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it was shipped. I don't know why they're saying sold, but hey, dude, love and stuff. Yo, Starks, thank you, my man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. That's still amazing. Would it be y'all? Kevin Mack in the chat was popping. Oh, I forgot about the No Man's Sky. I forgot about the No Man's Sky news. Yeah, there was a lot. Yeah, they announced the new No Man's Sky expansion, and they did a PSVR integration as well coming in this fall. So pretty cool to see that there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was sold to retailers. Yeah, that's what it is. I can't wait to strap on VR headset and find the space in No Man's Sky. Hey, I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about No Man's Sky, so you gotta give it props where it deserves. Definitely 100%. Looking forward to next. Yep, everyone check out Starks. I definitely will be getting Modern Warfare 2. I definitely will be getting Modern Warfare, the new one, streaming it on my channel. At some point, definitely will be enjoying it. The game at some point will all the maps and everything. Yeah. So they did announce. I'm pretty sure we mentioned it, or I don't think I did. But all DLC is free for the game. I think that's like kind of like common knowledge at this point. But just in case you didn't know, all DLC is free for Modern Warfare. So I think we'll call it the stream, guys. Thank you all for hanging out. Hope you all have a nice Friday, a nice safe Friday. Okay, I will be going out, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I will be out at the club. You know what I'm saying? Do my thing. So I will, of course, drink your water. You know what I'm saying? Take breaks. You know what I'm saying? Relax. Don't get... Hey, listen. I have a little phrase, okay? Make sure what you put in your cup doesn't spill on other people. You know what I'm saying? That is the quote of the day. You know what I'm saying? And that's really with everything, Whatever you decide to put in your cup, make sure it don't spill on the people around you. Make sure it don't mess up the feng shui. Make sure it doesn't mess up anyone tonight, and you'll be all good. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm starting with a coffee. I'm going to go get a little haircut before I go to work, go out. Should be fun. So Kevin Mack, I appreciate you in the chat once again. Starks, appreciate you. Indomnious Gamer, I appreciate you. Yo, bro, hit me up on Twitter, bro. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you a lot, man. Hella. AD, what's up? Wow. What's up, homie? Appreciate you. Christopher Hart, appreciate you as well. And thank you for walking out with me on this Friday. Hope you all enjoyed. And as always, greatness awaits. I looked over here. I'm going to look over here at the camera. Greatness